Great. I'm going to count my blessings and I'm going to be a bit basic. I don't think there's a time or like a right time or a place to um like be like extravagant or like, as I said, be basic. I think you just know when those moments are, and that's a moment for me right now. The world's still crazy. I have had a lot going on. I mean, these are like repetitive statements. I should just have a button that says this, but everyone has a lot going on. So anyway, I'm trying to, you know, look on the bright side, as some people say. And so I'm counting my blessings as I have a habit of doing. Helping me kind of get through a lot of the stuff that I've been dealing with lately, aside from my faith and my family. Something that's really been helping me a lot is meal planning. So that's what I'm counting my blessings for today. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but if you follow the channel even for a little while, you might know that I make like homemade like 85% of the food that I eat just because of some dietary restrictions and things that I have. And it's one thing to like have like the time and the means and for all of that to like be a choice where you just want to be healthy. And I do want to be healthy, but it's not the same when you kind of have to. Like, if I didn't do what I'm doing, I would have a whole lot of other problems on top of all of the other things. And so, getting like a set like rhythm and routine of like meal planning has been a struggle for me over the past 2 years, but I feel like I'm in a good place right now. And I wholeheartedly admit that in the last 2 weeks, with all of the stuff that I've been dealing with, not having to worry about what I was going to eat was just this like tremendous weight that I didn't even realize I was having like previously. I mean, obviously I'm always aware of like the food thing because it's so much of part of my everyday life, but I can remember so many days where I'd be like stressed out or, having anxiety and I'm, you know, checking in on family or praying or doing all these different things. And I would just pop something, out of the freezer and, heat it up. Or maybe I'd already had something sitting in the refrigerator that had thawed and I just had to like heat it up or like stir it or toss it or whatever that was. Because I had planned so far ahead in advance, just expecting that if something were to go wrong at some point, I would have these meals. And it was, I don't know, if you've never really been in that situation, it may be hard to really understand where it is I'm coming from. But having to like get up in the morning and not figure out what I'm going to have for breakfast or figure out what I'm going to pack in my lunch because I have to pack a lunch if I leave my house because I can't just pick up food while I'm out. Having a plan for dinner to where it literally like comes together in a few minutes, like that is a big deal for me. Maybe it's not a big deal for you, but for me, it's a very big deal. And that's just like on a normal day when it doesn't feel like the sky is falling. And I've lately been feeling like the sky was falling. But so that is what I am counting my blessings for today. Meal planning, meal prep. It's not something that's easy. There are ways to do it on a budget to where it's not too, much of a financial stress, but you do have kind of have to like plan ahead. I think sometimes it's easier for people to be like, oh, I'm just going to spend, two or three, maybe $5 on a quick thing here or there. When you have to buy all of your food up front and prepared, it seems like a lot. Now, over time, obviously, you can see like savings and things like that, but it's really difficult to be standing there, at the grocery counter and shelling out that amount of money for the food that you're getting because it just seems like a lot up front. But again, once you start, planning it all out and everything, and you realize the money that you spent literally covered enough meals for you to eat for like a month, it's reassuring. It's still an investment, like it still like costs, but and that's been a part of this process of reshaping my mind and understanding that even though that seems like a lot up front with proper planning and all that kind of stuff, I mean, I will say one other thing. I'm not gonna harp on this too long, But one of the other things that really was difficult for me to kind of like accept when it came to meal prep was that I don't have to eat like the same thing all the time. And that was the thing that was really kind of the turning point for me, because I always felt like if I wasn't eating the same thing all the time, then I was just kind of wasting money. But I figured out, how to add like variety, here and there. But ultimately, it's important that I get fed and have proper nutrition and don't, eat a lot of unhealthy things. And for me, it goes beyond just unhealthy. Like I have to eat certain things that won't make me sick. A lot of people have, dietary restrictions that are voluntary, and I'm all for that. You eat whatever you want to eat, but it is different when you choose to restrict your diet as opposed to when you have to restrict your diet. And so people who are on like heart healthy diets, or people with diabetes, they understand where I'm coming from. It's one thing to choose to like reduce your sugars and things like that than to actually like have to. And so anyway, um I know, like I said, just for the past 2 weeks, the fact that I had already done this like massive meal prep before I knew all of the, crazy stuff was going to happen. It's just been a blessing. And so that is what I'm counting my blessings for today. And I would love to know, what are you guys' thoughts on meal planning, meal prep? Do you go for like the frozen meals, or is it more of like a cup of noodle kind of thing? I personally try to incorporate as many different things as possible, as long as it is within my budget and in the time. I also restrict myself to only doing meal planning on certain days of the week. So I'm not going to try to meal plan in the middle of a work week. That's just going to cause me too much stress. If I can't do the meal planning that I need to do on the weekend, then it's just not going to get done. I'll save it to the next weekend. So yeah, I just want to know, like, is this something that you guys have considered? Is it part of your lifestyle? You may not need it. Or do you worry about variety? Like, is that an issue for you? um, anyway, when you are in, a situation where life is a little bit chaotic or hectic or just absolutely cuckoo banana nuts crazy, does having meals already kind of set out for you help reduce some of your stress, or is that just me? So anyway, guys, I am just happy to be in the place that I am right now. I could be way worse off, and so I am counting my blessings. All right, guys, until next time, stay safe and be blessed.
Hey, if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel, give it a like, and also leave me a comment. I would love that. Okay, bye.